Hello students, today we are going to discuss continuous charge distribution, and after that we will study the applications of Gauss theorem. Students, you know very well that for a point charge at any point in the space which is at r distance, you can calculate electric field with the help of Coulomb's law, and we have already discussed about it that it is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r ka square. Now imagine that situation in which discrete charges are not given, charges are distributed on 1D curve like on a wire, 2D curve like rectangular sheet, square sheet, 3D curve like cube or cuboid or anything which is in 3D. Clear? Then if you want to calculate the electric field due to these charge distributions at point P, that then you, with the help of Coulomb's law, you cannot directly calculate it. So we need some other method to calculate the electric field due to 1D curve distribution, 2D or 3D curve distributions. So we need to study the continuous charge distribution, means charge is distributed continuously on the surface of the conductor, and conductor can be of 1D, 2D or 3D. Now we will do it in detail. देखें, continuous charge distribution, three types we will study. First, volume charge distribution, means charge is distributed all over the volume, means in 3D we are talking. Then for the study of volume charge distribution, for example, look at this figure. The volume of this surface is V. Now we need to define one more quantity, that is volume charge density, means charge contained per unit volume, that is volume charge density rho is equal to charge contained, suppose dq is there, charge per unit volume in volume dV, so it is volume charge density. For example, the surface is sphere. Now the volume of the sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube, r is the radius of the sphere. Then volume charge density will be charge contained per unit volume, charge suppose q, then volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube, then charge volume charge density will be equal to charge per unit volume. Okay, now look at this figure. It has volume V and you have to find the electric field at point P due to this all volume. Now what we will do? We will take a small volume portion, let it is dV, then the charge will be dq. Okay, rho equal to dq upon dV, then dq will be equal to rho dV. अच्छा, इसका benefit क्या है? We don't know about the charge dq, so we will convert dq into rho dV, क्योंकि rho हमें पहले पता होता है, it is volume charge density. It will be given the question. dV क्या है? Small volume. यदि मैं इसका इंटीग्रेशन करूं तो whole volume I will get. Now first of all, for calculating the electric field, I will calculate force. Now force due to this dq at point P on charge q naught, let it is dF will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon first charge dq, second charge q naught divided by, let the distance between them is r, divided by r ka square. Now we have to calculate the total force due to this surface at point P, that is at which q naught is placed. Then total F will be equal to integration of dF, integration of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q naught dq divided by r ka square. q naught constant term है, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught constant term. This term will come out of the integration. Inside will be dq, dq की वैल्यू कितनी है? rho dV, तो rho dV divided by r का square. Okay, now in the vector form we can represent it by introducing unit vector r cap. Okay, force we have calculated by this method. Electric field will be equal to F upon q naught, because we have to calculate the electric field at point P. Then electric field is equal to F upon q naught, that is that's charge, at which we have to calculate electric field. Then E equal to F upon Q naught, it will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught integration rho dV divided by R square R cap. This is the final expression for the electric field due to volume charge distribution curve at any point which is at R distance. Okay. Second, surface charge distribution, that is charge is spread over two-dimensional space. Two-dimensional means can be rectangular, can be square. Okay, look at this figure. This is a 2D shape over which positive charge is there. Now we have to calculate the electric field at this point, let it is point P over which Q node is placed. So again, what we will do, we will calculate the total force due to this curve at this point, and at last we will calculate the electric field at point P. Now, okay, for the study of surface charge distribution, we will introduce a quantity that is known as surface charge density, that is sigma. It is equal to charge spread in unit area. If dq is the charge in area ds, then sigma will be dq upon ds. Okay, for example, this is the 2D curve having area S and total charge suppose is q, then surface charge density will be equal to charge per unit area. Okay, now again what we will do, we will take a small area, let it is ds, and in ds charge will be dq, dq upon ds sigma है, तो dq will be equal to sigma into ds. So we have converted unknown quantity into known quantity. Sigma will be given to you, ds का integration जब हम करेंगे तो all surface area I will get. So force on q node will be equal to df equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon first charge into second charge divided by r का square. Then total force will be equal to integration of df equal to integration of 1 by 4 pi epsilon q naught dq upon r का square. Again देखेंगे q naught और 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, these are the constant term. So this will come out of the integration. Inside will be sigma, देखेंगे dq की वैल्यू कितनी है, sigma into ds. So we will put dq sigma into ds. Okay, q नोट और 1 by 4 pi epsilon नोट बाहर आ चुके हैं, तो dq को हमने ये लिख लिया तो डिवाइड बाय r का स्क्वायर. सो f in vector form will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon q integration of sigma ds r का स्क्वायर into r cap, unit vector in the direction of r. Okay, this is the surface integral, क्योंकि यहाँ पर मैं surface charge distribution की बात कर रहा हूँ. So we have to calculate electric field at point then electric field will be equal to F upon Q naught, then it will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught integration of sigma ds divided by r का square r cap. Now the last we will do linear charge density. For example, you have given a 1D curve like a wire rod on which charge is there uniformly distributed, and you have to find electric field at any point due to that 1D curve. Okay, this is a curve, clear. Now for the study of linear charge density, we will introduce a term linear charge density, that is lambda. Lambda equal to charge contained per unit length. For example, dq is the charge in length dl, then lambda will be dq upon dl. Okay, let this is the wire having length L and total charge on it is q, then linear charge density will be equal to q upon L. Okay, now again we have to find the electric field due to this linear charge distribution at point P. Now first of all we will calculate force on point P at which q node is placed. Okay, we will take a small portion dl. लैम्डा किसके इक्वल है, डी के अपॉन डी एल, तो चार्ज इन डी एल विल बी इक्वल टू लैम्डा इंटू डी एल, सो फोर्स एट क्यू नोड विल बी इक्वल टू 1/4 पाई एप्सिलॉन नॉट क्यू नोड इंटू डी क्यू डिवाइड बाय आर का स्क्वायर, 1/4 पाई एप्सिलॉन क्यू नोट डी क्यू डिवाइड बाय आर का स्क्वायर. टोटल फोर्स विल बी इक्वल टू इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ डी एफ, इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ दिस टर्म, क्लियर. अच्छा, डी क्यू वी विल राइट डी क्यू एज लैम्डा डी एल बिकॉज डी क्यू अपॉन डी एल इक्वल टू लैम्डा. सो टोटल एफ विल बी इक्वल टू 1/4 पाई एप्सिलॉन नॉट क्यू नॉट कॉन्स्टेंट टर्म में बाहर आ जाएगा, लैम्डा डी एल डिवाइड बाय आर का स्क्वायर. सो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड विल बी इक्वल टू एफ अपॉन क्यू दैट इज 1/4 पाई एप्सिलॉन नॉट इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ लैम्डा डी एल डिवाइड बाय आर का स्क्वायर, क्लियर. अच्छा, here I will write L. It means integration is along 1D और line surface. तो स्टूडेंट हमने जब ये continuous charge distribution की स्टडी की, फॉर एग्जाम्पल 3D कर्व, 2D कर्व और 1D कर्व, क्लियर. ओके, in all cases what we have done, we have converted the given charge into given terms like rho, volume charge density, surface charge density sigma, and linear charge density that is lambda. So with the help of this known term we can calculate electric field at any point in the space. Now with the help of continuous charge distribution we will study the application of Gauss theorem. First, field due to an infinite charge wire. For example, infinite charge wire is given to you and you want to calculate the electric field due to this wire at any point in the space. Now, when I have done the proof of Gauss theorem, I have told you that if you want to use the Gauss theorem, then you have to make a Gaussian surface with a clever choice. So if we see at the wire, यदि मैं यहाँ से एक डिस्टेंस r यहाँ पर मानूँ तो यहाँ पर इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड जो होगा उतना ही इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड r डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम द वायर ऑन दिस साइड यहाँ पर भी होगा, उतना ही ऊपर की तरफ होगा, उतना ही यहाँ पर, उतना ही यहाँ पर, उतना ही उधर साइड, उतना ही उधर साइड. सो वायर के चारों ओर ऐसे यदि मैं सर्कल की फॉर्म में देखूं r डिस्टेंस पर इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड क्या रहेगा, सेम. इस एलिमेंट के कारण भी सर्कल की फॉर्म में सेम रहेगा, इस एलिमेंट के कारण भी जो सर्कुलर फॉर्म में मैं एक सरफेस बनाऊंगा तो उसके एवरी पॉइंट पर इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड क्या मिलेगा, सेम. सो हम करेंगे क्या, इसके लिए जो गाशियन सरफेस है मैं बनाऊंगा सिलेंड्रिकल गाशियन सरफेस. क्यों? क्योंकि मान लो मैं r डिस्टेंस यहाँ की बात कर रहा हूँ, r डिस्टेंस यहाँ की बात कर रहा हूँ, r ऊपर की बात कर रहा हूँ. एट एवरी पॉइंट which is at distance r, electric field will be same due to this line charge. So Gaussian surface we have chosen, that is cylindrical Gaussian surface, clear. Okay, I am talking about infinite wire, charge wire. So linear charge density, that is lambda, is given to us. Lambda होता क्या है, charge per unit length. Okay, now we have to calculate the electric field at distance r. Okay, I am choosing the Gaussian surface like this in the cylindrical form having length L. Infinite wire बहुत दूर तक है, हमने केवल Gaussian surface माना है L लेंथ के लिए, उसको लास्ट में जर्नलाइज करेंगे, then we will calculate the electric field. Okay, if you look at the cylindrical portion, it has three surface. First circular, ये circular और ये curve, cylindrical का curve portion है. कर्व पोर्शन को सरफेस 1 मान रहा हूँ, इसको सरफेस 2, इसको सरफेस 3. ओके, यदि मैं इस चार्ज को देखूँ, चार्ज वायर को, इसका इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ऐसे जाएगा, इधर ऐसे, ऊपर की तरफ इस तरफ. ओके, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड यदि मैं S1 के थ्रू देखूँ, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड यहाँ पर है. कर्व सरफेस का कोई भी पोर्शन लो, उसके परपेंडिकुलर जो एरिया वेक्टर होगा उसकी डायरेक्शन गिवन इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड की डायरेक्शन के पैरेलल होगी. देन एंगल बिटवीन E and DS will be 0. Okay, if you look at the surface second, for this surface the area vector will be perpendicular like this. Electric field is along plus x, then the angle between them is 90. If you look at the third surface, again electric field is along plus x. यदि मैं इस सरफेस का एरिया वेक्टर देखूं, इट इज परपेंडिकुलर, इधर आएगा, सो एंगल बिटवीन देम इज 90. Okay, total flux will be equal to flux through S1, S2 and S3. So E1 dot ds1 through S1, E2 dot ds2, E3 dot ds3. Now for surface 1, E and ds1 के बीच एंगल कितना है? 0. So E ds1 cos 0, E2 dot ds2. E यहाँ पर इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड और एरिया वेक्टर के बीच एंगल कितना है? 90. So E ds2 cos 90. For third also 90 degree, E ds3 cos 90. Okay, now cos 90 0. So only this term will be here. So phi will be equal to E into इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड की वैल्यू क्या है? कांस्टेंट है, क्योंकि जो वैल्यू यहाँ पर है सेम वैल्यू यहाँ पर है. सो इट विल कम आउट टू बी द इंटीग्रेशन. अंदर क्या बचेगा? ds1. ओके, ds1 क्या? एरिया, कर्व सरफेस एरिया ऑफ द सिलेंडर हैविंग रेडियस r, 2 pi r l. r रेडियस है, l क्या है? उसकी लेंथ. ओके, नाउ phi इक्वल टू E इंटू 2 pi r l. अकॉर्डिंग टू गॉस थ्योरम phi की वैल्यू होती क्या है? क्यू बाय एप्सिलॉन नॉट. So electric field will be equal to, from this calculation, electric field will be equal to q upon 2 pi r l epsilon naught. Okay, in term of lambda, if we will write it, q by l will be lambda, linear charge density. Now we will replace q by l by lambda, तो lambda by 2 pi r epsilon naught. सो यहाँ पर एक चीज़ देखेंगे, लैम्डा तो कांस्टेंट टर्म है जो गिवन होती है, 2 पाई कांस्टेंट, एप्सिलॉन नॉट कांस्टेंट है. द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ड्यू टू लाइन चार्ज इज प्रोपोर्शनल टू 1 बाय r और इन्वर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू r. इफ वी ड्रॉ अ ग्राफ बिटवीन E and r, it will be hyperbola. Okay, if you draw the graph between E and 1 by r, it will be straight line. So student, whenever you want to apply the Gauss theorem, then in all cases you have to choose a surface, Gaussian surface, and the choice should be clever, so that at every point of the Gaussian surface the electric field should remain constant. Why? Because while the calculating of electric flux at the last, if E is the constant, then it will come out of the integration and it will do the mathematical calculation very easy. Okay, in the next video we will study next two application of Gauss theorem, that is field due to charge sheet and hollow sphere. Okay.